everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers Studios Series number 98, Rise of the Beast, Cheetor. You can see him there. We're going to hold and put him off to the side real quick. Look at this box, which it's a nice picture of a Cheetor there in his beast mode with bits of fur and all this thing on the mechanical. It's biomechanical thing, I don't know. You got the plastic-free packaging and Cheetor and Transformers and Rise of the Beast up here at the top in the window and all that stuff. And you have Rise of the Beast here, and you have nice close-up of Cheetor there, Voyager class. On this side, you have the robot mode of Cheetor, plastic-free packaging, authentic, and all that stuff. On the bottom, you have copyrights and what's in the box. And, of course, on the back here, you have more copyrights, warnings, and product shots. And it's got a backdrop and Peruvian jungle discovery. And Cheetor and the Maximals team up to the Autobots to protect the transwarp key. Also, yes, inside you have the backdrop, which... it's, a jungle. See that? It's a nice little jungle scene. You can have him there, and there you go, Cheetor standing in the jungle. There you go. You also have the instructions, which, pretty straightforward. He's actually not a very difficult transformation in the slightest. Yeah. Cheetor. Cheetor here. I actually wound up liking this guy a lot more than I thought it would. There's definitely a bit of a negativity towards him initially when he was first discovered because colors. He does not have a lot of color. He's mostly, you can see, kind of a orangish, goldish color with gray, silvery gray, and that's pretty much it. You can see, he's got some pretty nice, decent head sculpt. Very different head sculpt. He's got this whole, he's got these robo abs, pecs things all going on. He's got his cheetah spots and everything, and that's a little tech detailing. Some claw hands, some more cheetah spots and more gray and, shins. Yeah, you can see he's also got a bit of tail. He's kind of, not a whole lot of color, but honestly, I think it works fairly well for him. Yeah, maybe you could argue definitely he could use more color, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be based on a lot of people's first impressions and whatnot. But yeah, I generally do like him, though. He's kind of more reminiscent of anything of Transmetal Cheetor and actually a bit of Beast Machines Cheetor. Not so much original, which got some people in a tizzy because he doesn't have a cheetah chest, but he also got a little Maximal symbol right there too. But yeah, I don't mind that. Again, I think it still draws from the history of Cheetor, just not the first one. And of course, some people are upset over that, but I, again, don't mind so much. But I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I generally just like how he looks like this. I just really like this guy quite a bit. I wasn't sure what to expect, but yeah, the initial negativity almost put me off, and I'm glad it didn't. And he also has these weapons. He has this spear, which, got some little spiky things right here. Bit of silver there. He can hold that if you don't just knock him over. You can hold that. He's got a second spear, which is a slightly different shape. Can also hold this one. Has two weapons. Or you can peg them together. There's a hole in the bottom of this one. You can just peg these together. Now he has a single weapon, which I think this looks better overall. I just like that. And of course, in this, you can also store these if you want. You can. There's a little tab here which lets you just store them right here if you want and get them out of the way. And they store quite nicely, flat against the back, and largely pretty much not hindering much of the articulation, except maybe the waist. And although there's already some stuff going on there, but yeah, so you can do that if you want, which is quite nice. Articulation, though, his head is on a ball joint, so again, left and right, up and down. You got a little bit of wiggle and waggle there. His shoulders, you do have full 360. Outward is pretty cool because you got this plus this hinge right there, so you got that going on, which kind of looks cool. And you also have that if you really want to go really high, although that's more for transformation, but got all that stuff. He has a bicep swivel. He has an elbow bend about 90 degrees. His wrist can swivel. His claws can be adjusted however you want. I like them like that, personally. He does have a waist swivel, although it's a little hindered thanks to the butt plate, although you can get that out of the way. And now it's completely unhindered, although now you got a weird butt plate hang out, so that's a thing. Hips, you got forward, actually pretty far. Back, if you get that out of the way, you can only get that far. But yeah. Outward, you have full splits. You do have a knee swivel because, again, transformation kind of dictates this, but he has a knee swivel. Knees can bend about 90 degrees and also can bend a little forward thanks to transformation. And ankles, you have a lot of tilt. You kind of have that if you want to untransform it, but you can kind of get that going, although it's kind of weird looking. And you do have a toe joint. So, yeah, decent posability as well. I do rather think it's decent. Pretty good for mainline. Nothing extraordinary, but nothing's really importance missing either. And he's also fairly good size to boot, because you'll see a comparison. This loser again, Freezer. Here's Rise of the Beast RC. This will be smaller. Here's Rise of the Beast Bumblebee. Again, notice it'll be smaller. And here's Kingdom Cheetor. Just, again, to give you an idea. I'd love to bring out Transmetal Cheetor, but he's in storage. So, yeah. There you go. So, yeah, pretty good size he is. There you go. Transformation is actually pretty simple, and I suspect this is why he can be so big, is because his transformation is very simple. So, first thing you want to do is take the knees here, and you want to rotate them around at the knees 180 degrees, like that. And then take these plates, and they come unattached like that. I'll also raise this up a bit. Come unattached like that. These can come up and tab in. There's tabs right here, which go in little slots right here on the back of the leg, like that, and like so. Right here, you want to bend this up, and then bend this forward, and then bend this up like that, and then rotate this forward like that. Well, that still looks like that. Same thing on this side. Bend this, bend that, rotate that up, and then rotate this down like that. And you can bring this down. There's a peg here, which will go into a slot there, which, by the way, that's also Tamashii stage port if you want to use that. Bring that down like so, and you can bring the tail down like that. That's pretty much the back half done. Now, up here, what you want to do is take the back and split it open like that, and bring the cheetah head out. And you can take the head, this forward bit, and bring that forward. Rotate that robot head in, bring that up, and close that right back up, and close this back down. This you want to make sure to bring the cheetah head out. There's a hinge right here. You want to click that into place. Then take the arms here. You want to rotate these down like this. And rotate them out at the bicep like this. And these little forearm guards, you want to rotate those to the back like that. Or will be the back. Rotate that like so. And then rotate the fists like this, and rotate the fists like this, and then bring the cheetah paws like that. And then right here, you want to bring these forward, and there's slots right here which will go into tabs right there in the cheetah head. Should raise that up enough to get that in. And same thing on this side, bring that in, tabs in like so, and then you can adjust the legs like this, so, and there you go. There's Cheetor in its cheetah mode. And yeah, honestly, pretty decent cheetah mode. It's not the most posable, but it's got the whole techno-organic thing they're kind of going for with the movie, apparently. And again, probably inspired by Beast Machines, for better or for worse. Yeah. Again, you got the nice cheetah spots and everything. Not everywhere, but, got nice cheetah spots here and there. You got some fur detailing here and there. You got a nice cheetah head. You can see that with some green eyes. Even though it's molded in there, but not painted. But you can see the cat eyes in there, tail and all that stuff, and it looks pretty darn good. Again, posability. You have a ball joint up here, so you got rotation and a little bit of tiny bit of up and down. Not really a little bit of side to side, but really mostly rotation. Jaw can open and close. Here you have some forward and back. You got not really outward or anything. You do have rotation and bends and all that stuff, and you have this as well. Back here you do have not really much of anything there. You got these hinges. And then you can, all that stuff. You got the hinges, and you have that hinge, which right there, and you have outward as well, so you can get a little bit more of a more dynamic thing going on if you want, although it's going to be a little weird when you do it. You can get a little bit more of a dynamic pose going on if you are willing to work for it, although it can be a little tricky. You might, if you untab these, you might be able to get a little bit more, but you're kind of, you're a little bit limited because, and of course you got a tail, which can go up and down. So there you go. Again, not the most articulated, but not too terrible either. It's just kind of one of those things. You just kind of, there's a bit of a give and take or something. I don't know, words. It's decent, but nothing amazing. And of course, again, the same alt mode. You can see the same storage digit in robot mode, and just kind of tab these into the back and store them that way if you want. Or you can have them facing forward if you want, I guess, in attack mode or whatever. So there you go, alt mode, and of course comparisons because they're in movie. Yeah, here's RC, and here's Bumblebee, and apparently, yeah, again, Cheetor is supposed to be a really big cheetah in the movie. So yay. And here again is Kingdom Cheetor, which looks more like a real cheetah, but hey, not by mine. Looks a bit more like a real cheetah, but hey, you know, it's a thing. So there you go. Yeah. Again, Cheetor here, I was not expecting to like as much as I do. He's a pretty good figure. He's actually a pretty good, really good figure. The only thing I would really maybe complain about a bit is maybe he could use a bit more color. But other than that, he's nice tall Voyager. He's got a pretty good articulation. His robot I think looks great. His transformation's kind of simple, but you know, that can be a good thing. It's one of those, it's simple in a way that it's still a kind of a fun, it's one of the rare things for Voyager, which is kind of easy to flip flat back and forward. So that can be kind of fun in its own right. And his alt mode's actually pretty decent. Not amazing, but decent in its own right. Only thing I'd maybe complain about a little bit about the alt mode maybe is the articulation is a little limited, but that kind of is anything from Kingdom has been par for the Kingdom and Legacy and all that. It's kind of par for the course for the beast modes, just kind of be not as articulated as maybe you like. But overall, I think it's a pretty solid figure, and probably, as much as I hate to say it, probably the better of the two Voyagers for these Rise of the Beast guys. So I really wanted Battletrap to be way better than he is. But I think he's worth looking at, unless you just, again, if Beast Wars, it really upsets you. But actually, I think he's a fairly good Voyager and probably worth picking up at full price. So check him out if you can. So that's it for this one. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like and subscribe. Check out my Twitter at Nemesis Prime 1. Check out my co-host, cohost.org/Nemesis-Prime. And check out my Coffee, my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.